referencing rival companies' games.
Hey, he was playing CS. Event. He played CS for a while.
Back to obscurity for Maui, I think, guys. Anyway, look, I do believe the game's going to start. So we used our one question to do that, and now you're going to cast the game. Take it away, guys.
Absolutely no value from. We got the dolphin laugh. That was nice.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was great to be on the big screen for that one. And let's get into it. MOUZ coming into this tournament. We always talked about this team as the unbeatable squad in the group stages. I think that conversation started to die out.
That conversation is way dead over the past 2 or 3 events.
So, but I still feel like it should be a comfortable victory today versus Nemiga.
Yeah, the only X factor it feels for MOUZ, and it shouldn't have an impact in this kind of a matchup where it's so much further, is that question. And I don't know, I tend to have a lot of respect for pro players and how they're able to kind of understand the business side of this. Is the question that Richard and the desk had talked about of Yimpat potentially being linked to a move to a different team?
Yes.
Like, who knows how you handle it, and especially for a team like MOUZ, where we've discussed some of the issues they've had mentally, like getting good in playoff games. That could be an X factor. Good pistol round, trading all the way up. It's a brawl through the smoke, and the A bomb site is wide the hell open.
Well, the pistol god, as Maui pointed out, Vincere is still alive, so maybe there's a chance for Nemiga to get back into this, but bomb site has been overtaken. Torzi in the apartments is a powerful position in the balcony. Lear has some utility, though. The smoke and a flash still to go in this pistol, but no kit, so they have to move quite swiftly. And Lear gets ever closer. Vincere now in those fights with the Julies. He's brought down, and Brolin stepping up with the Glock. Lear can't get close, and it is MOUZ to close out the first round of play, and Brolin with a 4K.
Yeah, really lovely work. Good trading coming up mid from Brolin, and obviously closing things out at the end. Distraction from Torji up in halls with that USP, and Brolin's Glock is able to mop him up. 1-0 for MOUZ.
Well, no force buy likely to come through here for Nemiga.
You know, shout out to Dust for taking a step onto the plank and saying he thinks Nemiga are going to qualify. That
is actually a bold statement.
I don't know if I would have said that when they're going up against MOUZ.
No, definitely not.
I would have waited maybe for a closer matchup to drop that bombshell.
It's because they had the Magnificent 7 this morning, so we couldn't hide from it.
True.
But I respect it. I can understand why. You know, they did just recently win a tournament. So.
Well, you know, we went through on the podcast kind of the RMR, and there's maybe like 4 teams that you would want to call, ooh, look at this Tower of Doom. Shuei's like, I want none of that. He somehow survives. Brolin on 1 HP. I'm surprised Torji's even sticking around. You know where everyone is. Just run. You know, who cares about these USPs? What was I saying?
You were talking about Nemiga winning a tournament, you on your podcast. You know,
oh, yeah.
Continue the
we'd gone through the EU RMR teams, and there's maybe like 4 of them you'd put as like the lock to qualify through, right? Like MOUZ, you know, lock, quote unquote. MOUZ, FaZe, Vitality. And who was the
Navi.
4th one? Navi, yep, that's the one, the team we just casted, and the best team in the world.
Yeah.
And then after that, you kind of look at the other squads, and you're like, there's some room for some movement and some upsets in those like kind of next few teams that are going to go through as well. So yeah, why not take a punt on Nemiga and just say screw it, they're going to go in.
I like it. It's a good risk for Dust. But MOUZ comfortable 2-0. 3 players take damage, but no kills go against them until this opportunity, and no, everybody stays up. So MOUZ 2-0 start, and Nemiga finally getting their bye. I'm intrigued because there is a lot of these tournaments where we go into, it used to be the CIS minor and the EU minor, right? They used to be separated, but now it's like the one region. And I think all the time there's just these upset teams that come through from that region of the world, and they're just incredibly strong. And sometimes you don't even know they're players, but they just hit hard, Jason.
They do. I remember when I was coaching Liquid and practicing in EU, the unknown Russian teams shoot really, really hard. At least online.
Online, yeah.
At least online.
Yeah. Well, Exertion, he's taking damage on board. He's down to 57. And we'll often see him take damage because of his role in Banana. It's going to be challenging against Lear today. Starts to head his way down Banana. Lear, good space taken as that smoke fades away.
I think they would have heard that though, right?
Yeah, surely they would have with the jump, right? So there's going to be a hard clear for Exertion, but Lear would have been ready for that too. So he was primed and ready to go. Brolin, oh, just battering them in top middle. Double kills, he just breaks through. And look at that, Lear went past the smoke towards he knows he's there, he's got this kill. And if he's patient enough, he would have got a second. But Vincere, oh, he's ready for that too. Oh, this is a disaster for Nemiga.
Yeah, doubled up. I mean, Brolin getting that double kill coming up mid is crazy. That's a wild follow-up shot from Brolin. So talk about the the impact he's having in the first 3 rounds. He had the quad kill and the pistol. Now he's got the double entry in the first gun round. What a beast. And it pulls Nemiga into a really early attempt to flank with that kill. And even Exertion is like, knew everything, a great fight, a great pre-fire, except he had a Galil. So he gets a dink.
Yep, it's true. It's well, that's the first gun round. That's got to be a pretty sour taste in your mouth if you're in the Nemiga.
Look, you mentioned kind of talking about MOUZ and the conversation around them being like the group stage warriors and not really dropping the ball in group stages. We're kind of done with that because we've seen them struggle and fail in group stages. But I will say they still do feel like a team that will not get upset all that often.
True.
Especially in a matchup with this kind of disparity.
Exactly, right.
And I think the fun thing about him, I think part of the immunity to that has been, you know, Shui as an IGL obviously is strong and has shown his quality as an IGL. But Torji and Exertion, your AWPer and your entry fragger, both very vocal within this team. We see them constantly talking, constantly coming up with solutions to problem, constantly coming up with plays they want to make. And you have those 2 players on the team. Those are 2 very, very important players to have vocal and kind of coordinating exactly what they want or exactly what kind of a play they envision based off what they've seen on the map. So I think there's some very cool pieces in that sense of, in terms of, you know, not directly gameplay related, but in terms of how this team is organized with who's calling the shots.
Slight tech issue. I did like what Maui was saying earlier about the fact that the EU RMR is already off to a better start than the Americas because we get
I didn't like that.
We get less vertigo. Why do you not like that, Jason?
I thought the Americas RMR was fun to watch. I think too, like having those upsets come out on the first day made for some very interesting things.
True,
but certainly
you had more interest further into the tournament because you were still wondering, are Liquid going to make it? Are Furia going to make it? Right up until that final game, right? So those upsets do create a bit of an excitement.
But yeah, I guess in some sense, less vertigo is nice.
Yeah, it's always great. But then you get more Inferno.
I love Inferno. I think most of y'all out there are crazy for hating Inferno. You know what's funny about that though? I was thinking about this. I was like, because we saw those stats of how much Vertigo was played in the Americas RMR and how many teams are more willing to play it over in that region. But I still feel if you match them up against the European teams on Vertigo, probably more European teams are going to win those matchups.
Yeah.
For how much we play it in the Americas region at that RMR is like, that should be like, I guess, an advantage that we would have over European teams, but it doesn't really work out that way.
It doesn't. But I mean, it makes sense. You know, you have some of the front-running teams willing to play Vertigo in America, like Complexity, for example. You'll see a lot of this, the lesser teams follow suit. 5-7s, leftover money here for Nemiga. And a 1 M4 here for Risky Bob. Wonder if he's related to Sideshow.
Oh, great reference.
Yeah. Here he goes, into the apartments. It's good work, good damage.
Well,
He's
good job.
get away.
Good job finding Brolin as well. He's been the hard hitter for MOUZ in this early going.
True, 9-1. That was his first death of the game so far. Oh no, not happy about that one, Lear.
See, those are the kinds of things that you're going to see come out from like kind of the inexperienced teams, is those little mistakes of jumping up over the smoke and you're just giving away a free kill in a round where you've actually had a pretty solid chance of an opening with the double hulls push with that M4 still alive. Exertion, he's got all the confidence in the world to step in. Khan never saw it coming. Dink, Zenter has to get aggressive into a 1v1.
All right, 5-7. He's wielded it to success, but he's only got 3 HP left. He picks up an M4, and Shui now coming back up Banana.
It's a very bold play, but Shui saying, I just got the kill in middle, so you're going to feel like I'm going to the A bomb site. Now, he had to fall back to get the bomb, so this actually makes it a pretty awkward 1v1 for Shuhei.
He does have a smoke, but does he want to use it? He's just going to start walking dry towards the CT angle, and he loses it. What a step up from Xanser. 5-7 to the double, and when everything looked lost, he steps up with a clutch that no one's seen coming.
Yeah, dude, I'll say this. It's really good for Nemiga to be able to punish the kind of overconfidence that MOUZ have, I think, in this round. With this march and this waltz into the B bomb site, a little bit lazy, looking for that ult mid push. Really good job from Xanter, starting with the 5-7 and closing it out with the M4. I think Shui at some level believed that B bomb site was just going to be wide open.
Yeah, I thought he definitely forced the rotation, but I like the reposition from Xanter 2 out towards CT. Because even if he did go A, he was able to get there faster than if he had stayed committed to the B bomb site.
Falls play. Footstep made. I have to imagine Zwei would have heard that, but nobody's shifting just yet. And Exertion doesn't have to put himself in danger. They're just going to pop out. Here's the flashbang, single flashbang. No defense here. It's all the way back in Library, and Yimfat's got a good trade.
Oh, Zwei. Oh, from the darkness. What is that? A triple out of absolutely nothing. Zwei just wrecks them on the attack out. MOUZ thought the amount of players that they had flooding through balcony would be enough to overwhelm the defense, but Zwei decides no. And there's that individual skill you could expect from this squad. Little moments like that.
Individual skill, and maybe MOUZ falling asleep at the wheel a little bit to not trade that kill a little bit easier. You'd expect that to come out. So Torji's going to give this the old-fashioned college try.
Nuh-uh.
I take it back.
Nuh-uh.
He's going to give it the old-fashioned college skipping class.
The save. Not bad from Torji to save the AWP, but what a round.
And if you're MOUZ, like, I think, you know, you're not thinking of it in this context, but you've now given Nemiga a couple rounds of confidence, right? Between the clutch in the previous round with Xanter, and now Zwei here with the triple kill. You're going to start giving these guys some confidence of saying, we can handle what MOUZ is bringing to the table. We don't need to be scared of fights.
Especially since the last round felt so convincing for MOUZ. It looked like it should have just been closed out. Xanter gets a double in that 5-7. Changes that fact, but MOUZ had that one in the bag. Could have been a beautiful start for MOUZ. This is shades of Rops almost for this angle with a 3K. Yeah, it's just like, bro, what was that?
Not even like a crazy shots by any stretch, just a triple spray down, and it's like, all right, we take that. Yeah. All right, off in the hands of Torji, not a whole lot around it. Tech9 Deagle, Mac 10's being bought up late in freeze time, so MOUZ going for a knockout punch here with the AWP. Very deep smoke from Nemiga, trying to posture like it's going to be an aggressive play, coming right through it. Shuhei sees it's clear, and they're going to hustle.
Oh, Mac 10.
Oh, what?
How has he got away with that? Flying through the sky, headshot up on top of the board.
Shades of Vega Squadron, let's go.
Yeah, you gotta love that. The Sharks back, an old Brolin. Tech9, close to the AWP. The speed at which MOUZ have overwhelmed this A defense, it is just something special.
That's the dumbest entry I've seen in a long time. Shuhei, you dirty, dirty rat.
That is so ridiculous.
I would be so mad. That's like a mouse flinging death to take. Like, you just chuck it across the desk at that point.
And you're mad, and then you look at the kill feed and you see
he's
jumping in the air.
Yeah. No, you don't even need to look at the kill feed. You know it when that happens. You're just like, oh god. No head armor, and a Mac 10 bullet just heat seeks to his brain. 4-2 for MOUZ. And all that confidence, you go back to being a little bit deflated. even Brolin coming in, getting the first kill with the Tech9, but that dink on Risky Bob as well.
True. It's Risky Bob's lucky to be alive.
Don't show it on the replay. I don't want to see it again.
I do.
Thank you.
No.
Timeout for MOUZ to talk things over. And I think more than anything, it's probably just a chance for Cyclone to get involved and just say, guys, we can handle this. Even the rounds we've lost, we were in the advantage, and we let it slip away. So everyone just kind of stay calm, stay focused. We need to make sure that we're doing better on the trades. We need to make sure that we're playing smart, making good decisions. No red flags just yet for this MOUZ team.
Hey, Box got a chair. Not a lot of coaches using the chair at this tournament.
Do you think the other players are like jealous? Like, why isn't he sitting behind me?
Yeah.
Like, why is he only focused on this one guy's screen?
Yeah,
like, does my coach not care about me?
Maybe not jealous. Maybe it's a good thing. You know, it's like the teacher sitting behind you,
sure.
looking over your shoulder.
That's a fair point.
I want to make sure you play well today. But
there's that deep smoke, and I have to imagine this is Nemiga going to maybe be busting out some aggression later on in the half and trying to set it up. Throw that smoke out a couple of times and don't utilize it. And maybe you can shock MOUZ later on in the half when you really need a swing round.
oh, Torzi through the banana smoke. Takes away Lear, but Exertion goes down in return. So 1 1-for-1 to kick off this round. And you see Khan's worried about any aggressive maneuver out of Boiler at this top mid smoke. MOUZ have been a problem towards this side of the map. They are not going to commit to A just yet. There's so much time left in this round, and Nemiga are going to send 2 players into the apartments. Yimpat waiting at the bottom of the stairway. Oh, looks about like there's about to be contact for Yimpat. Oh, 2 players! They line up perfectly! Yimpat gets 2 for 1, and well, not even the 1, it was just 2 for free. And now this commit up towards top middle coming in. It's risky Bob to follow it long.
Yeah, he's listening
on the other side of the map.
He's listening for the footsteps, and a good bait by Shuhei, and a really good angle for Torji to just hold and cover his teammate, his in-game leader, as he moves up middle. But yeah, this one's all about Yimpat's double. Just an awkward lineup, and Xanter doesn't even move. He's like, there's no reason for me to leave this perch. How dedicated, how thirsty is MOUZ for the hunt?
Well, MOUZ has snatched the game back. It did feel like, for a moment, Nemiga had some time in the sun.
Or had a chance to build some momentum, right? Yeah.
Whispers of opportunity silenced by MOUZ.
And if you're going to cause an upset in such a tough matchup as well, you need to build that momentum when you have that opportunity. So this one might have, I mean, it's still early going. We'll see if they can get an opportunity back. Khan still without a kill. Lear with just 1.
Yeah, it's just a lot of issues in terms of the money as well now for Nemiga.
True.
Because you won those 2 rounds, you don't have any loss bonus like at max. So it's 2,900 at the moment.
I think if you're Nemiga now, drop some pistols over on your player that has all the cash and go for like a small buy. But you want him to keep a decent amount of money as well to drop an AWP. Start getting that AWP out on the board, because Torji's flexing a bit. And this is twice now MOUZ have seen that deep smoke, and they've just come right through it. The first time was with Tech9s and Mac 10, so you can kind of understand the risk. Second time was Torji with an AWP just stepping through it.
Exertion, the grenade couldn't have been more perfect towards him. He's down to 41 HP. Oh my, but that grenade, that's better. That is much better. Exertion sends 1 back. The foundations of that boost eradicated. Xanter has to just fight on his own. It's a 1-for-1 against Exertion. Under pressure, looking for his first kill of this map so far, and eventually he will get it. That 5-7 blinded, taking Exertion down. He slips in behind the CT smoke as well.
He's got an AK-47 now, though. Khan can actually try and do something, and you need to kind of challenge. Round like this, you have a chance of winning it. You're going to be buying in the next round no matter what. See if that AK-47 can create something. And if you don't get that opportunity in the next like 10 seconds, you can actually just save it. Play the money game. But worth taking a risk, I think, when you're this much of an underdog.
And move into the open, Torzy, out towards the side of the statue.
Now
fountain. And so it has worked out very well. AK picked up for Risky Bob. Oh, he's going to try and get away. Jumps over the scope and flees the scene towards CT. But Brolin, no mercy. Oh my god. Straight through that smoke. Risky
boy.
Bob coming. Look at this. Sway gets around the back. And another AK picked up, but no mercy, no save. As Torzy makes sure Sway can't get away.
Up by 4, and MOUZ starting to feel themselves confident plays, handling business.
Well, they're back to the buy-in. You mentioned getting the AWP out here for the CT side. Well, they've got it now, so Khan can pick that up. It's had it 1 time so far.
All right, Khan, what you got? AWP is going to be...
Torzy though. Ooh, straight away into that top banana peak, just sprinted up banana. Xanter taking out Risky Bob, taking a fight against Brolin. Decides to get back behind that smoke, but there's the AWP from Khan chiming in.
Torji especially is flexing for MOUZ. He's had some very aggressive openings on this T-side Inferno with the AWP, which is really cool to see because we don't normally get it, but he's stepped in front of plenty of smokes. Good flashbang. Opening kill from Shuhei, and he just has so much confidence that Brolin is going to be backing him up.
Yeah, that flash is devastating. Because it looked like there was a chance for Nemiga to start off that initial mid-hold quite well, because they weren't looking at him. But unfortunately, the flash was just so good. Lear at CT. Exertion's on the hunt. He's got his scent. And he's just going to destroy him as soon as he's given the chance.
Don't feel bad, Lear. Exertion does that to a lot of people.
Yeah. You're getting the Exertion experience today. Well, Khan got his 1, but that's it. And you know, because Exertion is a B, you can't fall back and save there now. So you're just kind of chilling out in the library at this point.
And I think if you're MOUZ, you should want to hunt this AK or this AWP down. You've got decent cash flow. It's not anything overwhelming, but you've got some monies to sustain a loss. And as favorites in this, you got to be supremely confident in your team's abilities. You know you've got him locked in towards library, towards CT spawn. Rip this op out of his hands. There's the escape route opened up for Khan. Really well done. Smoke deployed. Shuhei's close by, but will he expect the lane push? Khan reading everything. Nicely done. In an effort to save this up, and I think now for MOUZ, you've lost 2. Do you really want to commit a little bit more? You don't want Torji to lose his op. You might just let Khan have this. Say fair play. He's earned the weapon into the next round.
Nice.
But they're still coming.
Yeah, still coming out short and long. And there would be a last-ditch effort to leap into the bomb site to find him. They know where he is now.
Don't do that, don't do that.
Oh, he hides in the corner. And, eventually, last second, that AWP is ripped from his fingers.
Oh, he had to take the shot. He had to take the shot at the player jumping up on Balk. An awkward one with the movement, and that is rough.
He did a lot, but not enough to hang on to the AWP. So back to pistols here from Nemiga.
Good timeout.
Old familiar sting.
Good timeout from shout out to Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Good timeout from Cyclone after those 2 round losses, and then they got that victory, and he calls the timeout, and he's just that calming timeout because MOUZ have just gone on a streak since then.
Risky Bob. Dead. Oh my, okay.
The amount of double kills
Yeah,
we've seen from MOUZ to open up rounds is nuts.
Because when you put 2 players in the apartments against the 1, you expect at least to trade some of the time, but MOUZ are getting the double every single time.
Yeah, Yimpat got his double earlier. Brolin now in this round against upgraded pistols and light armor. We saw Brolin get double entry up middle as well. Yeah, they're able to multi-kill, and Nemiga having a tough time getting clean trades.
Run away. Run away.
Yeah, he's good. He's got Exertion to back him up. But some missed shots is going to be frustrating. I think Torji's going to go down. Ooh, maybe not.
He got into the corner, and like you said, he has got Exertion to help him now, so the bodyguard squad is there in force, and then 8th round here for MOUZ as they continue to build up the beautiful T-side campaign.
Go get him, Brolin.
Damn. Nice shot. Santa was one of the players that the desk was highlighting to keep an eye on. He's had some moments. Unfortunately, I do feel like he has been left to save a lot on the B-bomb site.
Well, again, it's like we can talk about the potential of these players, but if as a team you cannot stack up against your opponent, there's really not a whole lot of opportunities for individuals to shine. Like you can be playing a life game, but if every time they go to the other bomb site, they just get a double kill, it's like, what are you actually supposed to do? You have no good fights. You have no fights where you have an advantage. You're constantly saving and just trying to survive. So, yeah, there's some players that we can probably talk about for this Nemiga team, but I think we'll really see them shine when they're in a matchup that is a little bit more equal to their level and stature.
And possibly on a different map as well. Do you think Inferno would play into that problem more? Because retaking both bomb sites is very difficult.
Well, also the Desk just talked about that as well. I mean, Dust mentioned this team is very reliant on Anubis and Ancient specifically, and in the best of ones, when MOUZ get all these vetoes, you're not going to necessarily get a favorable map.
Yeah, the coach really not getting all the POVs from his position.
That's what I'm saying. He's just chilling. Although, I mean, look, being in that coach's role, there is kind of like this weird disconnect because you have comms of your team, but you don't have in-game sounds.
Oh, okay. So it just feels real.
Unless
weird.
Perfect World's doing a different setup, but from my experience, it's just like you're just sat.
Dude, it would be terrible. Imagine you had 5
You're just sat in the team speak. Yeah,
yeah, you couldn't have
That's
that.
it. It's odd. It's a little unnerving at times.
Now, it's certainly one of the teams, as you said earlier, that should be locking themselves in a spot at the Major in Shanghai. The EU teams have a little less time to wait between the Major and the RMRs, whereas the Americas teams, the Asian teams, got to wait a little bit longer now that they've qualified if they're staying in Shanghai.
I think it'd be crazy to not stay in Shanghai.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't
to
it?
be honest with you. That would be insanity.
So you're just going to get at least all the good practices here, you know?
True. I mean, that's what Twist said after Liquid had qualified, was, they had that, they stayed in Singapore after the Blast finals. And practice then probably wasn't necessarily ideal. Probably a lot of theory, probably a lot of demo watching, probably a lot of philosophy of how we want to play the game and the changes we want to make. And then they qualify, and then Twist is like, well, now for the next 10 days, all the EU teams are here. So we just get a grind practice against the best team in the world right after we've qualified. Taking a nap.
Yeah.
He's just had a hard day, a hard morning.
I mean, I don't blame him. Yeah, that jet lag Jason's probably hitting hard for a few people.
I could go for a nap, not going to lie to you.
Flying east is it sucks, Jason. I feel bad for you. I really feel bad for you. Every time I come from South America or North America back to Europe, it takes me a good while to get back to feeling like a human being again.
I used to be a lot better at it back in the day. Something's changed.
It's called age, Jason. We all watched that Mike Tyson fight. It doesn't help anybody.
Oh, that was sad.
Yeah, it was very, very, very sad.
The whole thing was sad. The whole situation.
Yeah, just
the whole setup.
Yep.
Well, we're getting an extended tech delay. It looked like one of the Nemiga players was having some issues that's getting sorted out for the moment. So MOUZ just gets to chill. I think I don't even think necessarily Shui's calling a whole lot of stuff. He's probably just calling an opening default with various ideas, with maybe a loose concept of how to play the mid or late round, and then a lot of it I think is just going to be MOUZ kind of pugging isn't the right word, but you are just kind of improvising based off what you see.
Hey, I'm going to run through the top mid smoke, fly with a MAC-10.
Yeah, I heard this footstep here. They threw 2 nades here. This is the play I want. Just kind of you're kind of not pugging as a team, but maybe kind of pugging as a 2-man group, and you're part of the map in terms of just kind of playing it by what's in front of you.
The buddy system.
Yeah.
Someone's always left out of the buddy system.
Ooh, I saw a thumbs up. We're good to go.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Look at that pepper.
8-2. 2 rounds left this first half. Nemiga.
Chicken lover.
Well, we had one event where there was a chicken lover in the crowd. Shout out to you if you're watching, because we do miss you.
Oh, yeah.
Give Jason a lot of laughs.
It did. He was a big fan of chickens.
We made him his own van. Here we go. 2 rounds left this half. Nemiga looking to claw it back. It's needless to say, if they don't win these 2 rounds, it's over. So really important stuff to be going on these last 2 rounds for Nemiga.
So good luck.
Off you go. Three-man setup at the B-bomb site this time. Kan's A to BP's over there. Khan from Kazakhstan.
But how long do you want to keep 3 players at this B-bomb site is my question, if you're Nemiga.
Probably not long if MOUZ continue to go towards this A-bomb site.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point,
you might want to keep them at the
you've already lost. You've missed the timing.
True.
This is going to be a Hulz pop coming out, and one flashbang from middle is going to completely destroy the defender.
Sway needs to go huge here. First kill's good. He's got Risky Bob out helping him. And suddenly MOUZ fall to just 3 players. So now you realize you've done enough in the initial hold that you can send those rotating players over. And they haven't created space. They haven't got out at all here, MOUZ. Shuai falls in the apartments. Bomb is now loose. And this round, it looks over for MOUZ because the rotation's over here. 4 CTs now ready to go on the A-bomb side.
That's a beautiful reaction, though, from Nemiga. This 2-man defense, Risky Bob and Zwei. Zwei gets the first. Risky Bob was on ult, and he wrapped around. Uh-oh.
No.
It's coming back.
Not like this. Exertion is just ripping it out of their hands alone. And he knows the count's in the sight. That flash came from middle. Will he detect that? He goes back to look at it now. Xanter, he's on the next up, but Exertion eventually goes down. But when he goes into that mode, you always think there's a chance.
He was looking really sharp, and obviously he did see the trajectory of the flashbang and had the read, just didn't realize that he'd gotten all the way already up towards brackets, was still looking at that mid-ramp, but a really nice attempt in the 2v5. However, this defense, look at the support from Risky Bob coming over to give Sway a little bit of freedom. At MOUZ, they try and pump 3 players out. Hulz, Torji, after throwing utility, follows up behind it to get the AWP and a nice supportive perch. But with no pressure coming up lane, it was nice and easy for the defense. 8-3. It was 5 in a row for MOUZ. The streak finally shut down.
MOUZ still have a really good buy into this last round of the first half, though. And Torzy, you mentioned it earlier, what a game he's having. 10-2. And the fact that he's playing so aggressively and he's only died twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nemiga hasn't really challenged at those points of like coming through the smoke. Oh, here it is. I said they were going to be setting this up. Let's see if actually they catch MOUZ off guard. Flashbang. It's Brolin from ult mid. Another double kill, and Shuhei adds on top. So yeah, you've set that play up the entire half, and it doesn't give you any of the results you were hoping for. Brilliant trade from Shuhei. Him and Brolin handle everything in this round, and MOUZ is going to take a commanding 9-3 lead into the halftime.
Brolin just left him bruised throughout this half. Just so many multi-kills towards A.
17 kills.
Yeah, he's just a beast. I mean, even the pistol round started off, just Brolin was
quad
a beast.
kill.
Yeah, and then from that point onwards, man, he was just their nightmare.
Styling on him, flexing. Lovely half from MOUZ.
That's how he got it. Commitment down mid. He was primed with a distraction, and he was able to just take every opponent that came into his crosshair. It's the kind of performance you want to see from MOUZ, though, coming into a tournament like this, right? As one of those teams that should be making it into the major comfortably. You have a team like Nemiga, and MOUZ just handling business at the moment.
It's so unfortunate for Nemiga, or maybe not unfortunate, but, you know, they throw that smoke out, and, like, twice, Torji with an AWP is, like, solo jumping through it to get an angle on mid, and the one time they actually try and push down with that smoke, it's not Torji, it's the Riflers, and they played a little bit smarter. They just drop flashes into the smoke, throw some nades through it, and let the Rat player take first contact. Perfect protocol from MOUZ.
Xanter give it a P250 into this pistol. Always got to be one of those on the T side. And a decent amount of utility here for Exertion and Shuhei. Impact just jump spotting into second mid. He's been spotted, but senses a lot of presence with bullets smashing open the windows. You know, I just wait if they come into the bedroom. Impact's ready to strike from the bottom of Boiler. Looks like he's going to get that opportunity here. In the meantime, Lear taking damage on board. Yimpat's patience pays off. Opening kill of the pistol round. He sees them continuing through the apartments, and he gets out of there.
Yeah, good spot on that second player. Not a good fight for Yimpat, and he's happy with the 5-on-4 he's provided. So yeah, you get some information, you get to keep some tracking on the Nemiga players, and then you descend into the mid-round with an advantage. Beautifully done by Yimpat. One of the star players for MOUZ hasn't had to do a whole lot in this game. Shuhei's going to be in the cubby on Rap side. Can peek out at a timing. There's no Molotovs to clear him whatsoever. Now, he's got no support from Library or Long. He's just kind of alone. He can get hard cleared.
Oh, Xanter. What a shot on the P250. The spin on Shuhei is beautiful. Now, 20 seconds left. Very limited time. Torzi with a clean shot on that P2000. He's just waiting within the bomb side. It was actually a double from Torzi in the end, and then Yimpat just lands a blinder. So, yeah, feeling the wrath of just the individual power of these MOUZ players. Honestly, getting a bomb plant out of that situation's not the worst for Nemiga.
No, not at all. Yeah, they'll be happy about that one at the very least, but obviously the scoreline just shows that this ain't even close to being a close affair, and a bomb plant just not enough. They need the win. But yeah, these kills from Torji inside the bomb site are filthy. Beautiful first shot, and then blinded. I didn't even like see that second kill come out in the actual. I was like, did he miss that? I was like,
yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was the flash.
The player's missing from my vision. Yeah, the player's missing from my screen, but I can't actually tell if he got that kill.
Yeah, the flash made it hard to tell. Oh my god, that's just filth from Torzi. Starting to get to the end of the road now from Nemiga. 3 Galils, Risky Bob, Xanter, and Zwei getting to wield those. Tech 9, Mac 10 for Lear and Cad.
Does Shuhei know Jimmy just played this position in the last round? Ooh, almost gets one. Dink. Gonna back away. That leaves him susceptible to the MAC-10s marching up. And now Torji has taken a lot of attention, which allows Yimpat to step up and have some impact. Yep. And Exertion already getting aggressive on Banana, which is gonna catch them off on timings. And MOUZ, you can tell, just so confident. Nemiga is just hoping they can play like a standard round and deal with some protocols and move into the bomb site. And they're getting pushed from Banana, getting peeked by Jimmy. Oof, all over. 11-3. And MOUZ looking like they're just going to sweep this one up and move on to the next game.
As they should, really. FaZe Cloud9, the other game going on. I won't spoil what's happening over there for you guys. In case you want to watch all the details, you know, both games.
Poor little Dinko. You're scarred. You've been trying to keep everyone up to date on the multiple streams.
Years, you know, I've been doing this thing where, like, spoiler alert, use your headsets.
Yeah. And the people, they're just not enjoying it.
No. So there is another game. That's all I'm giving you. 11-3 scoreline. Lear now up towards top mid. Yimpat's out to the right side. Torch is about to be unleashed. He goes around the corner. It's a double opener here for MOUZ as they look to grab map point.
Yeah, got to be frustrating for Nemiga. You don't even get to play the mid round. You're already down 2 players. So swap out to the Galil instead of an SMG. Shuhei can get activated with his own MP9. He can be very aggressive if he chooses to. Smoke is probably going to dissuade him, but maybe a flashbang comes. Nope, he's just going to walk on through. All right. All right.
Oh.
Okay.
It's just, there's nothing you can do. You walk behind a smoke, you're just getting dinked. Now Exertion's coming up on the mid flank. 12-3 in the next few seconds. Yimpat and Pit. A lot of damage done eventually. All the essential kills come in. MOUZ lose 2 players, but grab 12 rounds. And with no bomb plant, it doesn't tip them over the edge, so you don't get that real solid buy. You can get the AKs out for this final round. They'll go for a timeout, but they're going to have Galil's, MAC-10s, Tech 9s.
Torji's living the dream. He's just great first half. He's just been adding a couple here and there. The nice pistol on the second half, but he just hasn't died. He's just
3 deaths, dude.
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out. This is fun.
Kind of the dream start.
Equate it to the scoreboard. If Torji dies, Nemiga wins the round.
That's true. You cracked the code.
Well,
Coach gives his rallying cries from the chair.
His last one.
Yeah.
Better be one hell of a speech.
To one player.
This better be like Independence Day levels of speech.
Or Mighty Ducks.
Ooh, Mighty Ducks is not a bad shout.
But even if you combine those, probably not going to work here.
Probably not enough.
4 Galils, 1 MAC-10. And a dream. As Torzi goes for the mid-peak. And Torzi with a fantastic start.
Oh,
he goes aggressive, and Torzi's got a second in him.
I love the flex. I love when Torji hits this mode. He's a fun opera to watch when he wants to get stuck in. He's going to get another one.
Yeah, no he's not.
I lied.
No, he missed that one. But still such an impressive start to the round, but he's dead now. So is this their 4th round, Jason? Dead
now, of course.
Yeah, well, Khan, he's going to look up to the balcony. It's a great headshot. He is going to go down, and you have cracked the code. The Enigma code has been broken.
This is cool. Look at this little wraparound, though. Lear's, this is all a fake over at the 8 bomb site. Problem is, Lear's so far away, and he doesn't know where anyone is. They've seen Exertion push down twice. He's going to make the sprint. When will MOUZ piece this together? Utility being up. Already, Brolin's like, something's wrong. Something's going on. Bomb's being planted. I don't think Shuhei... I think Shuhei's going to say, like, it's not A. Oh, no. Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's clear.
Oh, now he knows his library.
Yeah, he knows he's got a one-on-one, but he wants to handle this because Shuhei's so far off. Oh, Brolin, if you can just stay alive, now you've got information. Wait for your teammate. You can bait Shuhei on the way in. There's 2 kits. 1 flashbang on Shuhei.
Time is starting to tick, though. Lear's repositioned into the pool.
Yeah, flash Shuhei in.
Yeah, you got to go now. You just got to go. That flash isn't coming in. They're just going to go with guns. And Brolin eventually batters him into the ground. He gets to the defuse. And MOUZ with a 13-3 victory. They come out on day 1 of the EU RMR, and they handle business against Nemiga.
Handled business indeed. Nemiga there, not really at the races. But let's also be real. I mean, we expected MOUZ to win, and this is the type of map they always win comfortably, right, guys?
Studio environment. In fact, actually, prac room environment.
Yeah.
They're going to feel right at home.